Hello, folks. My name is Kirby Robinson of K Rob Customs LLC. We have been doing this for several years now. A lot of you may remember the show that I used to do back in 2012 called the Grassroots Auto Enthusiast Show. Started out as a hobby, about like this, and it was one of those things where I had the opportunity at the time to actually have my own talk show. And that's exactly what it was. We were in the studio. I would go out on the weekends and get footage and uh, condense it, edit it, all of that, and put it together. And met some really wonderful people doing that. Enjoyed every last bit of it. And I ended up having to stop doing that show because it was a direct conflict of interest with my work schedule once I started working at a car dealership. But it did help me along the way in working at a car dealership because a lot of the people there knew I knew what I was talking about when I was talking about cars. And I actually, at that time, was considered to be uh, European auto expert. You know, you want to ask me questions about engine size, is it a turbocharged engine, what's the best parts to use, that type of stuff. I was the man that they would come to. Or sometimes, if some of the people, at that time where I was working, most of the people that came in only wanted to know how many cup holders are in the car. And when I first started working there, I was like, cup holders? Really? You don't want to look under the hood or anything? You turn the radio stations and cup holders, that's all you're looking for? So it was, while I was working there, a bonus to me whenever I would have someone that would come in and ask detailed questions about, okay, so does this have a 5.5 liter V8? Yes. Is it turbocharged, twin turbo? Yes. Okay. All right. Well, then that's what I'm looking for. That's what I came here to get. And so then my face would light up and they could see the excitement in me because I've always loved cars. I started building lowriders back in 1987 with my brother. And he's about 2.5 years older than me, but uh, his first car, we tore it apart. Cut the springs. No, first we didn't cut the springs at first. We put clamps on it, but the bolts for the clamps to clamp the springs down weren't long enough to get enough springs in there. So we had a whole lot of experience taking springs out, putting springs in, and getting it to ride like we wanted it to ride. And at that time, we were one of the first people in the area that we lived in to have a low rider car. It was a lot of people, being that we grew up around a military base, that had low riding trucks. But to have somebody that had a low riding car, that was very rare at that time. So that's how we cut our teeth in doing stuff with automobiles. And then, fortunately, over the years, I had one of my really good friends, more like a brother to me, uh, that became a mechanic right out of high school. They sent him to Toyota's uh, plant to learn how to work on Toyotas, build motors, tear them down, fix this, fix that. And he's always been my go-to man over the years. If it's something, being that we were about 6 hours apart at one time, and if I was working on something, I felt a little uneasy about it, I would call him. Hey, Cheese, can you help me with this? I need some help with this. And he would walk me through it. And I appreciate him a lot for that. It means a whole lot to me in my life. To have good people in my life. So thanks, Cheese. When you see this, you're going to be like, wow, there you go right there. But bringing it up to the current times, I had the opportunity this past year. I'd been thinking about wanting to get back to doing my show. Didn't know really what kind of platform I was going to use, but this isn't just to give you an idea of what we do uh, and why we do it. I work on my own cars. I might sublet some work to somebody else if it's something that I really don't want to get into, if I don't have a lift or something like that. But for the most part, I do most of the work myself to my own vehicles. Now, there have been times, and you'll see in one or two of these videos where I may have helped someone put some brakes on or something like that. That's no big deal. Just changing some pads out, we can handle that. But that's not anything that I want to do, and I really don't even charge my friends and family for that. That's just me looking out for them because they know that, hey, he wants us to stay safe. Yeah, I want you to stay safe. I don't want you to hurt yourself. I love clowning with you and laughing and having a good time. And that's what it's all about, at the end of the day. Everybody being safe and having confidence in what it is that they're driving. But on the grand scheme of things with K-Rob Customs, we are an outlet for people that enjoy customizing their rides and wanting more than just a small audience to see. Because when we get on YouTube like this, let's face it, it goes all around the world. I know a lot of people all around the world. Car guys, car girls, gearheads, you name it. And it's been a really, really wonderful journey. I think the thing that's unique about K-Rob Customs is the fact that Vanessa and I have a wide range of cars. Two Hondas, a Dodge, a Volkswagen, and a Chevrolet hot rod that I'm still working on. But we're going to get it together, and you're going to see it on some of the video soon. We're going to start back working on it once I finish up the Honda that I'm working on that a lady ran into me with. So trying to get all that together and doing that work is tedious because you need to take your time and go through all the proper steps. And I learned that from my man J5 up in the DMV area. Big ups to Washington. Hey, appreciate you, J5, for all your tips when it comes to painting and body work and so forth and so on, man. It really makes a difference. I appreciate that. So, we have people around, or I have people around me or in my circle that if it's something I'm working on and I haven't really touched on that too much, I can ask them, ask questions and get really good feedback, really good information on how to make whatever it is you're trying to do the best it can be. And that's how my bumper turned out. And that was my first time using a spray gun, actually. And just going through the process, just like my buddy J5, or Johnny up there in DC said, take your time, Curb, do that wet sanding. Don't skip steps, because if you do, then it's not going to look like you want it to look. And it does have a professional look on it. And I'm tickled pink that, this is my first time using a spray gun, and it matches up with the factory really nice. So we are here. I used to be a consultant when I owned a trucking company years ago. And so I like being able to help people. A lot of times the job is not that difficult if you know what you're doing or have somebody that can point you in the right direction. Using the right tools, the right, when you're painting, using the right paint, knowing what type of paint you're actually working with, clear coats, all of that, it makes a difference. When it comes down to tires and brakes, all of that makes a difference. Those numbers on the side of your tire, other than just the tire size, means a lot, And so that's what we want people to pay attention to and understand about their vehicles, so that everybody can take pride in their ride. I've always been the type of person, I don't have to have a brand new car. I prefer not to, because I'm going to lower it anyway. Everything I drive is a low rider, so there's no need in me going and buying a brand new car. I'm not. Why? I don't need it, because once I put the goob on one, it'll run just like a brand new car and probably faster. So, and that gives you more money to put your little upgrades and stuff on it. And then at that point, you don't have to worry about everybody wanting to steal it, because they realize, whoa, wait a minute, that's a stick shift. I can't drive that. But yeah, we just like showcasing people's art. And let's face it, a lot of us in the car community, our vehicles are works of art. They're a direct expression of us and who we are and what we like to do. And, just it's a way in which you can meet up with really wonderful people that are in the same mindset and just have a good time and just walk around and enjoy all of the passion, the dedication, devotion. A lot of these projects take a long time, and you have to be patient. You know, um, we ride motorcycles too, so we're definitely pickup trucks, motorcycles, cars, boats. If you got a boat that you tricked out and you would like to be on the K Rob Custom Show, we would love to have you. And I encourage you to continue to stay tuned to the website, uh, to the actual YouTube channel that we have. You'll find some informative stuff on there. I don't really go into detail much because I'm trying to work and hold the camera, so that's kind of taxing. I can show you before and after, and just know that there's been some elbow grease going into that in that process. But we would just love to have people, like I said, if you want to show your vehicle, we have a platform for you to do that, and we would love to have you. And if you have any questions or if you ever need to contact me, like I said, I do consulting as well. If you got something you want to soup up, you might not have any idea how to make it run better than what it's running. That's what K Rob Customs is about. We puts the goob on it. Because there's nothing like taking a four banker and running up on somebody with a V8 and they're laughing at you like, ha, 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 ha. And then you just walk right on away from them. Like we say, you ain't said nothing unless you're sparking and barking. Folks, please enjoy the show. Take care. Wonderful talking with you, and I can't wait to speak with you again and hopefully come to some of your shows and just enjoy being gearheads. We puts the goob on it, folks. Take care. Enjoy.